Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Consistency breeds success. Success is often attributed to talent, intelligence, and luck, but one of the most overlooked yet essential components of achievement is consistency. While motivation can spark action and talent can provide an advantage, it is consistent effort over time that leads to lasting success. The ability to show up every day, put in the work, and remain committed to a goal despite obstacles is what separates high achievers from those who fall short. Whether in business, personal growth, fitness, or skill mastery, consistency is the key to turning aspirations into reality. The power of small daily actions. Many people make the mistake of believing that success happens overnight. In reality, it is the accumulation of small, deliberate actions over time that leads to significant outcomes. Just as a drop of water consistently falling on a rock can carve through it, consistent effort, no matter how small, compounds to produce remarkable results. Consider the process of learning a new skill, such as playing a musical instrument. A person who practices the piano for 15 minutes a day will see far more improvement over a year than someone who practices for several hours inconsistently. The steady, repetitive engagement allows for muscle memory, refinement, and deeper understanding. The same principle applies to any area of life. Consistent effort, no matter how small, builds momentum and mastery. Building discipline through consistency is deeply tied to discipline. There will be days when motivation is lacking, when distractions arise, and when the urge to quit feels overwhelming. However, discipline is what keeps individuals moving forward, even when they don't feel like it. Developing discipline through consistency creates a mindset of reliability, responsibility, and commitment. Athletes, for example, do not train only when they feel inspired. They adhere to a strict regimen, understanding that improvement comes from sustained effort. The same is true for successful entrepreneurs, writers, and artists. They do not rely solely on fleeting bursts of inspiration. Instead, they commit to their craft daily, understanding that progress is made through perseverance. Overcoming obstacles with consistency. Life is full of challenges and setbacks are inevitable. However, those who maintain consistency in their efforts are better equipped to handle difficulties. When progress is slow or failure occurs, it is easy to become discouraged and give up. However, consistency ensures that individuals stay on track, adjusting their approach rather than abandoning their goals. Consider a business startup. The early days of a new venture are often filled with uncertainty, financial struggles, and failures. Many businesses fail not because they lack potential, but because their founders give up too soon. Those who remain consistent in their efforts, tweaking strategies, learning from mistakes, and pushing forward, eventually find breakthroughs and success. The science of habit formation. Psychologists have studied the power of habit formation and how consistency plays a crucial role in creating lasting change. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, highlights that habits are built through repetition. The more frequently an action is performed, the stronger the neural connections in the brain become, making the action more automatic over time. For example, someone who wants to develop a habit of exercising regularly should start small and commit to showing up every day. Even if the workouts are short or light, the act of consistency trains the brain to expect and engage in the activity. Over time, what once required effort becomes second nature. The role of consistency in personal growth. Personal development is a lifelong journey that requires continuous effort. Those who seek self-improvement, whether through reading, practicing mindfulness, or learning new skills, must embrace consistency. Reading one book a month, journaling daily, or setting aside time for reflection consistently leads to profound personal transformation over time. Take the example of language learning. A person who dedicates 30 minutes a day to learning a new language will make significantly more progress than someone who studies sporadically for hours at a time. Language fluency is built through consistent exposure, practice, and reinforcement. The connection between consistency and trust. In both personal and professional relationships, consistency fosters trust and reliability. Employers value employees who show up on time and deliver results consistently. Customers remain loyal to brands that maintain high-quality products and services. In friendships and romantic relationships, people feel secure with those who demonstrate consistent behavior and support. A business that provides excellent customer service one day but fails to meet expectations the next will struggle to build a loyal customer base. However, a business that consistently delivers quality, regardless of circumstances, earns trust and long-term success. Achieving long-term success through consistency. Success is not about making massive leaps in a short period. It is about making steady progress over time. Those who remain consistent in their pursuits despite challenges and setbacks ultimately achieve more than those who seek quick wins. One of the best examples of long-term success through consistency is Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors of all time. His approach to wealth accumulation has been rooted in consistent, long-term investing rather than chasing quick profits. By staying committed to sound investment strategies and allowing compound interest to work in his favor, he has built an immense fortune over decades. How to cultivate consistency in life. 1. Set clear goals. Define what success looks like and break it down into manageable steps. Having a clear vision helps maintain focus and commitment. 2. Create a routine. Establishing daily habits and routines reinforces consistency. Schedule specific times for important tasks and stick to them. 3. Track progress. Keeping a record of progress, whether through journaling or data tracking, provides motivation and accountability. 4. Stay flexible and adaptable. While consistency is key, rigidly adhering to a plan without adjustment can be counterproductive. Be open to modifying strategies while maintaining effort. 5. Find accountability partners. Having someone to hold you accountable, whether a mentor, friend, or coach, increases the likelihood of maintaining consistency. 6. Celebrate small wins. Recognizing and celebrating incremental progress keeps motivation high and reinforces positive behaviors. 7. Develop a resilient mindset. Accept that setbacks will occur, but view them as part of the process rather than reasons to quit. Conclusion: consistency is the foundation of success in every aspect of life. It transforms aspirations into achievements, builds discipline, fosters trust, and helps individuals navigate challenges with perseverance. While motivation may wane and obstacles may arise, those who remain committed to consistent effort ultimately reach their goals. Whether in business, health, relationships, or personal growth, consistency is the driving force behind long-term success. By cultivating consistent habits and maintaining steady progress, anyone can unlock their full potential and achieve extraordinary results. Resilience in the face of failure. Failure is an inevitable part of life. It is a universal experience that transcends cultural, professional, and personal boundaries. While failure can be disheartening and painful, it is also an opportunity for growth, learning, and transformation. Resilience in the face of failure is what separates those who stagnate from those who thrive. The ability to bounce back from adversity, learn from setbacks, and continue striving toward one's goals is a defining characteristic of successful individuals. Understanding failure as a stepping stone to success. Many people fear failure because they associate it with incompetence, weakness, or inadequacy. However, failure is not an end, it is a stepping stone to success. Every failure provides valuable lessons that contribute to personal and professional growth. Some of the most accomplished individuals in history, including Thomas Edison, Oprah Winfrey, and Michael Jordan, faced repeated failures before achieving greatness. Their stories serve as a testament to the power of resilience. Thomas Edison, for instance, failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the electric light bulb. When asked about his repeated failures, he famously responded, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset highlights the importance of viewing failure not as a defeat, but as a learning experience that brings one closer to success. The psychological impact of failure. Failure can be emotionally distressing, leading to feelings of self-doubt, frustration, and even depression. The human brain is wired to avoid pain, and failure often triggers a sense of loss and disappointment. However, the way one responds to failure determines its impact on future endeavors. Individuals who cultivate resilience view failure as a challenge to overcome rather than a definitive statement on their abilities. One of the key psychological principles that influence resilience is the growth mindset, a concept popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck. People with a growth mindset believe that intelligence, skills, and abilities can be developed through effort and perseverance. In contrast, those with a fixed mindset see failure as evidence of inherent limitations. By embracing a growth mindset, individuals can reframe failures as opportunities to learn, adapt, and improve. Strategies to develop resilience in the face of failure. Resilience is not an innate trait. It is a skill that can be developed through intentional practice. Here are some strategies to build resilience and navigate failure effectively. 1. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Instead of fearing failure, view it as a necessary part of the journey. Analyze what went wrong, extract key lessons, and apply them to future attempts. The more one learns from failure, the closer they get to success. 2. Reframe negative thoughts. Self-talk plays a crucial role in shaping one's response to failure. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," reframe the thought to, "This setback is an opportunity to improve." Shifting perspective can make failure feel less overwhelming. 3. Develop emotional regulation skills. Failure can evoke intense emotions, but learning how to manage these feelings is essential for resilience. Techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, and journaling can help individuals process their emotions and regain focus. 4. Cultivate a support system. Surrounding oneself with supportive friends, mentors, and peers can provide encouragement and guidance during challenging times. Resilient individuals do not face failure alone. They seek advice and motivation from those who inspire them. 5. Set realistic goals and expectations. While ambition is important, setting overly ambitious goals without accounting for challenges can lead to discouragement. Breaking goals into smaller, achievable steps allows for steady progress and minimizes the impact of setbacks. 6. Practice self-compassion. Many people are their own harshest critics when they fail. Practicing self-compassion involves treating oneself with kindness and understanding, just as one would comfort a friend who is struggling. 7. Maintain a long-term perspective. In the moment, failure may seem catastrophic, but in the grand scheme of life, it is often just a temporary setback. Keeping a long-term perspective helps individuals stay motivated and focused on their larger goals. Case studies of resilience in the face of failure. 1. J.K. Rowling, overcoming rejection. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, faced multiple rejections before her manuscript was finally accepted by a publisher. At the time, she was struggling as a single mother on welfare. Despite numerous setbacks, she persisted and eventually became one of the most successful authors of all time. 2. Walt Disney, bouncing back from business failure. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and faced numerous business failures before achieving success. His determination and resilience led to the creation of the Disney Empire, which continues to inspire millions worldwide. 3. Musk. Facing public and financial failures, Elon Musk, the visionary behind Tesla and SpaceX, faced multiple business failures, including near-bankruptcy situations. His resilience and willingness to take risks ultimately led to groundbreaking innovations in space exploration and electric vehicles. The importance of adapting to failure. Adaptability is a key component of resilience. Those who learn from their failures and adjust their approach are far more likely to succeed in the long run. The business world is filled with examples of companies that failed initially but adapted and thrived. Apple, for instance, faced near bankruptcy in the 1990s before pivoting its strategy and becoming one of the most valuable companies in the world. The willingness to learn from past mistakes and refine one's approach is a hallmark of true resilience. Developing a resilient mindset. Developing a resilient mindset requires intentional effort and practice. It involves shifting perspectives, developing coping mechanisms, and embracing challenges as opportunities. People who train their minds to see failure as a temporary obstacle rather than a permanent defeat are better equipped to navigate life's ups and downs. One effective way to build resilience is through visualization, mentally preparing for challenges and envisioning overcoming them. Athletes often use this technique before competitions, imagining themselves successfully executing their moves. This mental rehearsal strengthens confidence and reduces fear of failure. Resilience in the face of failure is a crucial trait for personal and professional success. Failure is not an indication of one's worth or abilities, but rather a necessary part of growth and achievement. By cultivating a growth mindset, learning from setbacks, and developing coping strategies, individuals can transform failures into opportunities for success. Every challenge presents a chance to build strength, wisdom, and perseverance, ultimately paving the way for greater accomplishments in life. The road to success is never linear, but those who remain resilient in the face of failure ultimately achieve their goals and make a lasting impact. Self-doubt is a pervasive and often crippling feeling that affects people from all walks of life. It manifests as uncertainty in one's abilities, hesitation in decision-making, and a fear of failure that can hinder personal and professional growth. Overcoming self-doubt is essential for building confidence, achieving success, and unlocking one's full potential. The process requires self-awareness, mindset shifts, and consistent action towards self-improvement. Understanding the root causes of self-doubt. Self-doubt does not appear overnight. It is often cultivated through past experiences, external influences, and internalized negative beliefs. Some common causes of self-doubt include: 1. Past failures and mistakes. Previous setbacks can create a lingering fear of repeating the same mistakes, leading individuals to second-guess their capabilities. 2. Comparison to others. In today's digital age, social media fosters a culture of comparison where people constantly measure their success against curated portrayals of others' achievements. 3. Negative upbringing and conditioning. Messages received during childhood from parents, teachers, or peers can shape a person's self-perception and instill doubt about their worth and abilities. 4. Fear of judgment. Worrying about how others perceive one's actions can lead to excessive self-criticism and hesitation to take risks. 5. Perfectionism. Striving for unrealistic standards can create a cycle of self-doubt, as individuals feel they are never good enough to succeed. The psychological impact of self-doubt can significantly affect mental health and overall well-being. It can lead to anxiety, stress, procrastination, and even imposter syndrome, a psychological pattern where individuals feel like frauds despite evident accomplishments. The longer self-doubt persists, the harder it becomes to break free from its grip. However, through intentional strategies and mindset shifts, it is possible to regain confidence and overcome self-imposed limitations. Strategies to overcome self-doubt. 1. Recognize and challenge negative thoughts. Self-doubt thrives on negative self-talk. The first step to overcoming it is recognizing these thoughts and challenging their validity. Instead of thinking, "I can't do this," replace it with, "I may not know how yet, but I can learn." 2. Dr. Failure is often perceived as a definitive end, but in reality it is a stepping stone to growth. Viewing setbacks as learning experiences rather than personal failures reduces self-doubt and builds resilience. 3. Cultivate self-compassion. Treating oneself with kindness and understanding during moments of doubt fosters confidence and motivation. Practicing self-compassion involves recognizing that everyone makes mistakes and that imperfections do not define self-worth. 4. Surround yourself with supportive people. The people we interact with influence our self-perception. Seeking encouragement from mentors, friends, and like-minded individuals helps counter self-doubt and reinforces positive self-belief. 5. Develop a growth mindset. A growth mindset, as popularized by Carol Dweck, emphasizes that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and perseverance. Shifting from, "I'm not good at this," to "I can improve with practice," enhances confidence and motivation. 6. Set small, achievable goals. Overcoming self-doubt is a gradual process. Setting and accomplishing small goals creates a sense of progress and reinforces self-efficacy, proving to oneself that success is possible. 7. Take action despite fear. Fear fuels self-doubt, but action diminishes it. Taking small steps toward one's goals, even in the presence of uncertainty, helps build confidence over time. The more one confronts their fears, the less power they hold. 8. Celebrate personal achievements. Acknowledging and celebrating accomplishments, no matter how small, helps counteract self-doubt. Keeping a success journal or reflecting on past achievements can serve as a reminder of one's capabilities. 9. Limit comparison to others. Constantly comparing oneself to others can distort self-perception and fuel doubt. Focusing on personal growth rather than external validation promotes self-assurance and reduces unnecessary pressure. 10. Seek professional help when necessary. In cases where self-doubt severely impacts mental health and daily functioning, seeking guidance from a therapist or coach can provide valuable insights and coping mechanisms. Case studies of individuals who overcame self-doubt. 1. Oprah Winfrey. From doubt to unstoppable success. Oprah Winfrey faced numerous rejections early in her career, struggling with self-doubt due to her background and societal expectations. Despite these obstacles, she overcame her fears and became one of the most influential media personalities in the world. 2. Albert Einstein. Challenging self-perception. Einstein was initially labeled as a slow learner and faced academic challenges. His early struggles led to self-doubt, but his persistence and belief in his intellectual curiosity led him to redefine the world of physics. 3. Serena Williams. Conquering self-doubt in sports. Serena Williams has faced criticism and self-doubt throughout her tennis career. Despite injuries, losses, and negative media portrayal, she remained focused and resilient, proving herself as one of the greatest athletes of all time. The importance of self-belief. Self-doubt is a natural human experience, but allowing it to dictate one's actions can limit potential. By shifting mindset, seeking support, and consistently working towards self-improvement, individuals can break free from the chains of doubt and achieve greatness. True confidence is built through perseverance, action, and unwavering self-belief. The journey to overcoming self-doubt is not linear, but with resilience and determination, it is entirely possible to step into one's full potential and achieve extraordinary success. Success may be closer than you think. Success often feels like a distant goal, something reserved for a select few who have all the right resources, connections, or talents. However, the reality is that success is often much closer than we believe. Many individuals give up just before they are about to achieve their breakthrough, unaware that they were only a few steps away from reaching their goals. The key to realizing success is persistence, a shift in mindset, and taking continuous strategic action. Recognizing that success is within reach can be a transformative realization that changes the course of one's life. The way we perceive success has a significant impact on whether we achieve it. Some individuals see success as an unattainable dream, while others understand that it is the result of consistent effort and the right approach. Often people set grand goals but become discouraged when progress appears slow. However, what many fail to realize is that success is not always about taking massive leaps. It is about taking small, consistent steps that accumulate over time. Every small victory is a step toward the ultimate goal. Whether it's gaining recognition, receiving positive feedback, or achieving minor milestones, these are signs that success is within reach. As effort and persistence continue, new doors start opening. Unexpected opportunities often arise just when we feel like giving up. As experience grows, handling setbacks and difficulties becomes more manageable. This is an indication that progress is being made and that success is closer than it once seemed. The more time spent working toward a goal, the more expertise is gained. When actions start feeling natural and effortless, it means significant progress has been made. Whether it's a mentor offering guidance, a job promotion, or an audience growing, external validation can signal that success is just around the corner. One of the biggest reasons people never reach their goals is that they quit too early. They believe that their efforts are not yielding results, unaware that they might be on the verge of success. Many successful people experienced failure after failure before they achieved greatness. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a worldwide phenomenon. Had they given up, their success stories would have never been written. Success is not an overnight event, it is a journey. Trusting the process and staying committed to the path is essential. The ability to bounce back from failure and setbacks is crucial. Resilient individuals understand that obstacles are temporary and part of the growth process. Success often comes to those who show up consistently. Even when motivation fades, discipline keeps the momentum going. Imagining oneself achieving success can reinforce belief in one's abilities and create a powerful drive to push forward. Success may be closer than you think, but sometimes a slight adjustment in strategy or approach can make all the difference. Howard Schultz had a vision of bringing European-style coffee culture to the United States. His ideas were initially rejected multiple times, but he persisted. Today, Starbucks is a global brand because Schultz refused to give up when success seemed distant. Before founding the Walt Disney Company, Disney faced multiple failures and even went bankrupt. Despite these challenges, he stayed committed to his vision, ultimately creating one of the most successful entertainment empires in history. At age 65, Colonel Sanders was rejected over 1,000 times while trying to franchise his fried chicken recipe. He kept going despite the rejections, and today KFC is a worldwide brand. Success is often much closer than we think, but it requires perseverance, belief, and continuous effort. The key is to stay the course, remain adaptable, and never underestimate the impact of small progress. Those who push forward despite doubt and setbacks often find that their breakthrough was just around the corner. The next step you take could be the one that changes everything. Success may be closer than you think. Many people perceive success as something far beyond their reach, as if it belongs only to those with immense resources, strong connections, or exceptional talent. However, the truth is that success is often much nearer than it seems. Countless individuals abandon their dreams just before they achieve a breakthrough. unaware that they were mere steps away from reaching their aspirations. The secret to unlocking success lies in unwavering persistence, a shift in perspective, and a commitment to continuous, deliberate action. Understanding that success is within arm's length can bring about a profound shift that alters the course of one's life forever. The way one interprets success has a significant influence on their likelihood of attaining it. While some view success as an impossible dream, others recognize that it is the result of steadfast effort and a well-thought-out approach. Too often, individuals set ambitious goals but become discouraged when results do not materialize instantly. What they fail to see is that success is not always about making massive, dramatic strides. It is about small, steady steps that accumulate over time. Each little accomplishment brings you closer to your ultimate goal. Whether it is receiving positive recognition, small improvements in performance, or achieving incremental milestones, these are all indicators that success is not as far away as it seems. The more effort one puts in, the more opportunities arise, often in the most unexpected ways. At times, just when discouragement sets in, a new door opens, revealing possibilities that had previously gone unnoticed. Gaining experience over time makes handling challenges easier, and this is proof that progress is being made. The longer one remains dedicated to their goal, the greater their expertise becomes, making once difficult tasks feel almost effortless. When a mentor acknowledges your hard work, when your efforts start attracting attention, or when you receive a long-awaited promotion, these external validations serve as signals that success is within grasp. A major reason people fail to realize their ambitions is that they give up too soon. They convince themselves that their efforts are fruitless, unaware that they may be on the verge of triumph. Many of history's most successful figures endured repeated failures before finally achieving their dreams. Thomas Edison, for instance, experienced over 1,000 unsuccessful attempts before finally inventing the light bulb. J.K. Rowling faced rejection after rejection before the Harry Potter series became a global sensation. If they had succumbed to doubt and surrendered to failure, their remarkable stories would have never been written. Success does not arrive overnight. It is a journey that demands trust in the process and an unwavering commitment to pressing forward. The ability to recover from setbacks is essential. Those who possess resilience understand that obstacles are merely temporary roadblocks along the path to achievement. It is not always talent or intelligence that determine success. It is consistency and persistence. Even when motivation wanes, discipline ensures that forward momentum continues. Visualizing success can also reinforce self-belief, inspiring a greater determination to keep pushing forward. Sometimes, success is closer than one realizes, and all that is needed is a minor adjustment in approach or strategy. Howard Schultz had a dream of introducing European-style coffee culture to the United States. His ideas were repeatedly dismissed, but he remained steadfast in his mission. Today, Starbucks is a globally recognized brand, all because Schultz refused to abandon his vision when the road to success seemed long. Walt Disney, too, endured multiple failures and even bankruptcy before ultimately creating one of the world's most successful entertainment empires. Despite his hardships, he stayed true to his vision and eventually built a legacy that would inspire generations. Similarly, Colonel Sanders, the founder of KFC, was met with over 1,000 rejections when attempting to franchise his fried chicken recipe. At the age of 65, he could have chosen to give up, but he remained determined, and today, KFC is a household name worldwide. Success is often much closer than people realize, yet it requires determination, faith in oneself, and consistent effort. Staying committed, being flexible, and recognizing the power of small progressions can make all the difference. Those who persist despite fear and setbacks frequently discover that their defining breakthrough was just around the corner. The very next step you take could be the one that leads to everything you have been working for. Success may be closer than you think. Many individuals perceive success as an elusive destination, believing it is reserved for those with extraordinary resources, extensive networks, or inherent talent. However, the reality is that success is often much nearer than it appears. Countless people give up on their ambitions just before they experience a breakthrough, unaware that they were on the brink of achieving their dreams. The key to unlocking success lies in unwavering determination, a shift in perception, and a commitment to consistent, purposeful action. Recognizing that success is within reach can be a transformative realization that changes one's life forever. How one defines success plays a critical role in whether or not they achieve it. While some see success as an unattainable aspiration, Others understand that it is a product of perseverance, strategic effort, and gradual progress. Too often, people set ambitious goals, but become discouraged when immediate results do not appear. What they fail to recognize is that success is not always about making grand, sudden leaps. It is about taking small, steady steps that eventually accumulate into significant achievements. Each minor victory, whether it is receiving positive feedback, improving skills, or accomplishing incremental milestones, signifies forward momentum. The more one remains committed to their journey, the more unexpected opportunities arise. At times, just when doubt begins to creep in, a new avenue emerges, revealing possibilities that were previously unseen. With time and experience, handling obstacles becomes easier, reinforcing the fact that progress is continuously being made. The longer one stays devoted to their pursuit, the more proficient they become, turning once challenging tasks into second nature. When mentors take notice, when external recognition begins to grow, or when long-awaited opportunities finally materialize, these are all signs that success is much closer than it once seemed. One of the biggest reasons people do not reach their full potential is that they quit prematurely. They convince themselves that their efforts are in vain, unaware that they are possibly on the cusp of a breakthrough. Some of the most accomplished figures in history faced repeated failures before realizing success. Thomas Edison, for example, endured more than 1,000 failed attempts before finally perfecting the light bulb. J.K. Rowling encountered numerous rejections before her Harry Potter series became a global sensation. Had they allowed self-doubt to overpower their determination, their incredible stories would have never been told. Success is rarely instantaneous. It is a journey that requires patience, persistence, and trust in the process. The ability to recover from setbacks is crucial. Those who remain resilient understand that obstacles are merely temporary hurdles on the path to achievement. It is not always innate talent or intelligence that determines success. It is the ability to stay consistent and push forward even in the face of adversity. When motivation fades, discipline must take over, ensuring that progress continues. Visualizing success can strengthen self-belief, fueling the drive to persevere. Often, success is closer than it appears, and all that is needed is a slight adjustment in one's approach or mindset to finally attain it. Howard Schultz had a vision of bringing European-style coffee culture to the United States. His ideas were repeatedly rejected, but he remained steadfast in his pursuit. Today, Starbucks is a globally recognized brand because Schultz refused to abandon his aspirations when the path to success seemed daunting. Walt Disney also experienced numerous failures and even bankruptcy before ultimately building one of the most influential entertainment empires in history. Despite financial hardships and repeated setbacks, he never wavered from his dream, ultimately creating a legacy that continues to inspire generations. Likewise, Colonel Sanders, the founder of KFC, faced over 1,000 rejections when attempting to franchise his fried chicken recipe. At the age of 65, he could have chosen to surrender to failure, but instead, he persevered. Today, KFC is one of the most recognized fast food brands in the world. Success is often much nearer than people realize, yet it requires tenacity, confidence, and unwavering effort. Remaining committed, staying adaptable, and valuing the power of gradual progress can make all the difference. Those who persist despite uncertainty and challenges often discover that their defining breakthrough was just within reach. The very next action you take could be the one that brings you everything you have been striving for.